Hello everybody, welcome back to Space Engineers, where today, off camera, I spent a little bit of time over there at the iron node, and we have a lot of steel plates at the ready. So today's main goal is going to be just to build up this main base area. As you may notice, I changed up a little bit of things off camera, like this is now a full sliding hatch instead of a half sliding hatch, and this is the normal door. That's just because they fit a little better. And I added an air vent where that's going to be. Also, I found out that I can just hide in here. It's a little dark, but it's nice and warm. And I'll slowly run out of oxygen. But, let's go ahead and close that up, because now we get to work on actually building home base. Now, something I would like to do is start up on this, because this needs motors and computers. So let's really quickly build around here, and not into the thumping zone of the drill. Alright. Because this is basically going to be like our little bedroom area. So that way, we can actually survive some of these sandstorms without me having to cower somewhere, or just standing right next to the med bay. But also, I was coming up with some ideas off camera for some ships that might be able to make it off planet. So that should be happening pretty soon. There is also dogs I am hearing, so I may also want to craft some bullets. Because I had a run-in with a dog earlier, and I was unprepared. And my ankles got bit, and I was very upset. Okay, wow, there's a ton of dogs out here. What? Where are they? Hello? Oh, there's some. Okay. Let us over here. There is some pistol magazine. Here we go. Make a few of those. That's right, I forgot I turned off the assembler. Let me just, there you go. Activate that one. And grab a few more steel plates while that's cooking. Alright. I can just kind of climb up here, which is really nice. Alright. So I'm probably going to put the roof on top of this, because then that'll line up perfectly with everything else that's going on over there. And that'll give us enough space to put some lighting in. Alright. Going well here. It's a good thing I had so many of those steel plates at the ready. But also I brought home a lot of iron off camera. Like at least 20,000 iron, I do believe. Alright, let me grab some of that out. Nope, my BGM decided it wanted to go on vacation, so I shall fix that right now. Alright, now that that's fixed, let's go on ahead and continue. Those dogs are still getting angry, so I'm going to finish construction here, and then show them what's what. Alright. And there we go. This is coming together, at least a little bit. Alright. Let's reload a little bit of that, and pop to... Oh. Am I not hitting it at all? Come on. This is why I don't play first-person shooters, you guys. Come on, really? Okay, fine. I got hydrogen for this. Screw it. You're gone. How about you? You're coming in. Anyone else? Nobody? Hello? Nobody else want to come and say hi? Alright. I'll take that as a no then. Alright, refill on stuff. Oh, that's so good. Alright, cool. And then I don't think making a triangle block here would make much of anything happen. So let's go ahead and cover up the top here. And I also need to bring in the computers and components and stuff. So let me grab that real quick. Computer. Construction comps are needed also. Did I not make any of those? I know I needed motors. I don't think I brought any construction comps. I need 30 construction comps. Alright. Toss those back into there. Mark that and make that. Alright. I guess whilst that's moving along, I'm gonna grab a few more of these and let's get to work building up some of this. I'm still gonna need a lot more steel plates, it looks like. But at least we're getting somewhere. Which reminds me, I also need to put down a bed so that way I can, you know, survive. There we go. So we'll dump that into there. Alright, so that is working. Which means that once we close off the area, this is going to be oxygenated. Alright. Let me... Also, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off for now. Where is the vent? Inset connector, conveyor connector, air vent. There we go. I'm going to toggle it off for now. So that way it will just kind of sit here whilst we finish up the build. Alright. So, let's go ahead and finish off the roof. And then I'll get at least a little bit more iron on the works. Alright. And once we get all of this sorted, we should basically have just a good living quarters, at least decent living quarters here, to come back to. Oh, ow. To come back to whenever we, respawn or just need to recharge. Or if I want to leave the game AFK for a little bit, like letting the batteries charge. Alright. This is looking good. Alright. So this should make a pretty decent roof. I just need enough steel plates to actually make this. Right, there is an unknown signal somewhere. But, like I said, I had a very interesting idea for a ship that should be able to go off-planet. Since we've now got basically unlimited iron, I am thinking of how I can make it. Alright, let's get some light armor blocks made. So we've got a lot of iron, and if push comes to shove, I could always take the truck over to the, I guess, iron fabricator. So we've got 21,000 iron ingots just from a few minutes of leaving it alone. I hear another dog. No, the hell you're not. Get out of here. Oh, there's 2. 3? What the hell? Hey. Eat this. No, you're not. Alright. Get out of here. Come on. Eventually it'll go away. If you saw away at the problem, eventually it'll leave. There we go. Alright. I just gotta reorient myself. There we go. Alright. Base is coming along. Refill on that. Refill on energy as well. I will need to put lights in here somewhere also. This has a very nice aesthetic. Very dark blue light everywhere. Alright. Let's check on this. Got at least a few hundred more. That'll let me make a couple more of these. Alright, so starting with the anchoring on the sides, and then we're going to start working towards the middle with the roofing. And as far as the ship's concerned, I'm going to need a lot of thrusters, first of all, and thrusters that'll last long enough to get me out of atmosphere, as well as the ability to craft and use parachutes, the parachute blocks, because the parachute blocks are going to be one of the main landing methods that I'm going to use for when it's coming, out of orbit. But also, I'm thinking about making a small base up in space once we get up there. That hopefully will actually stay up there. Alright, let's get down here. How's this looking? 'Tis going still. It's good. I don't think I need to go and get any more iron right now. Would be nice to get rid of all that gravel, but I don't think I can actually get rid of gravel. Which sucks, but you know what? The price you gotta pay for using stones. Alright. I know there's mods that let you get rid of gravel. Is there like a trash can item that I can use that just disposes of items in it? Well, that actually wouldn't be a bad thing to check. Trash. No. There's corner round transition. There's contracts. Huh. There's LCD screen. Do we have any lights? We've got conduit light inverted and conduit light. Got inset light. Willis duct? What the hell's a Willis duct? Truss light, interior light, spotlight, floodlights, offset lights. I think I'll use some light panels. Alright. Come on down here, pick up some more of these. But I'm thinking if I can get some light panels going in here, that would look very nice. Then have them be toggleable, so they don't use up... Actually, I don't think the light panels use up power, do they? It's the LCDs that do, I think. But having like information LCDs would be very nice in here. Alright, so that needs a little bit more stuff still. In the meantime, I probably could head out to the respawn pod and just grind that up now that I've got an actually, respawn section here. I mean, this will work as a respawn zone. I could just respawn from here. At least I think that's how that works. Alright. And this, I can just access all this from here. So if I'm just truly feeling lazy and not, like, getting out of the house, or if there's a sandstorm or something and I really needed to craft something, I can just craft it from in there. I'm also going to need a button panel, as well as a few lights. So maybe I should go in and start those crafting too. Oh. Okay, well. I'll at least get the rest of these started, so that way they don't despawn if I try to save and load the world. Alright. So I've had that before where I started building something and then it just disappears. Alright. I'm not sure if that was a bug or something that happened forever ago. Oh, okay. Well, that's done. Let's get some light panels. 2. Let's get a button panel. A few LCDs. Let's do a couple LCD panels. What else? What else? I can also do bed. I need to make a bed somewhere. Let's do a normal bed. Why not? Alright. So now that I've got a last couple bit of stuff, let's finish off this one, and that's it. Is it just me or is it getting windy? Is there a weather condition going on right now? Let's see. Yeah, high winds. Alright. Well, at least the iron node over there should be getting charged pretty quickly. How much iron do we still got? Oh, 14k. Okay, that's actually taking quite a bit. This is almost done crafting. Let's go ahead and get started on the stuff here. That's everything? Yep. Alright. So that's for button panel. I'll slap that down over here, so I will have access to it whenever I need it. Wow, that is bright. Alright. Some light paneling around here. One heat. No. I just realized this is probably all off center, isn't it? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it's all off center. God damn it. Well, no matter. Let's just put one there and one there. Alright. So that will light up there, and this... Where did I put it? There. Alright. Wow, that's bright. Alright. That does not light up a whole lot of the room. Okay. Let's actually fix that. And not break our structure in the process. Alright. So let's set them maybe facing this way, since they're supposed to be lighting up the room. Alright. That looks like it's gonna work. And I guess that works, yeah. And then I was thinking about removing one of these to put down a bed, since it has a window and all that. I could remove the middle section here and just put down a bed. That's which one? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Since it's 7 across, here should be the bed zone. Alright, so let's put this down right here. This does keep it airtight, correct? Oh, that's it. So now I can see outside. My wonderful build. And I could probably... I don't think I can actually inset this at all. I know there was a inset bed. Did it have a... inset kitchen? There's the bed there. So does this have a window in it? It does not. It is just a brick. Okay. I don't know. I kind of like this, where I can just look outside. Alright. Let us come on out here and pick up any... What else did I... Ah, the LCDs. That's right. I wanted to put down some LCDs for knowledge. LCD... LCD panel. So we put them... where do I want the knowledge? I can put it over here as like a little info display zone. Alright. Online and online. I do believe these two use power. Yeah. So because these use power, I can go ahead and turn them off from this panel here. So this one I will have displaying the let's go with the weather, because then I can actually see what weather is going on outside. And then this one I'll have displaying the time, because I don't think we need to know gravity, faction icon, energy and hydrogen, artificial horizon, any of that, when we're sitting still in a thing that's never going to move. And then I will hook those two up to screens. And so this button will turn on and off the screens. Toggle block on and off, so then I should be able to disable them and enable them as I so wish. As well as turning on and off the lights would also be good. Let us find our light panels. There we go. Indoor lights. Alright. And I can have the indoor lights be on one of these buttons. Let's set it down here. I can set color with them? Hell yeah. But turn them on and off so I can make the room all dark if I want it to be. Alright. Did I bring anything else? I've got a few steel plates. That's right, I've got steel plates from there. So let's go and finish up one of these up here. Alright. I don't think I said any more to be made, did I? No I didn't. Alright. So light armor blocks. Build a few more. So we're gonna need a few more still. But this place is really coming together. Oh, that's right. I also want the toggling the vent on and off, because we don't need it to be pressurized or depressurized, because this room is in, well, an atmosphere with oxygen, which don't need to worry about that too much. Especially since I'm constantly generating oxygen, means that that's not going to be a huge problem. But in space, we are going to make a depressurization chamber, so we can keep, at least a little bit of our oxygen on board. Alright. How are these going along? Still going. Alright. Well, at least I don't have to go and dig up all the iron for all this. Otherwise that would have taken forever. But I probably should go and check on the iron drill soon, because I know I turned it off. So the whole thing didn't go dead. Let it charge up a little bit, since I got 21,000 iron from it. Alright. How many more are being produced? Still a few more. Alright. But pretty soon, I think we're going to be able to travel through space, which I am very hopeful for, because there's a lot of things in space that I really want to grab, like uranium and more silver. Alright. It's a good thing that these are being produced so fast. Alright. But also, basically the idea for the ship that I was thinking about making was to have it have our normal atmospheric thrusters to keep it, off the ground and moving, with additional ion thrusters for it to move whilst in space, and 2 large hydrogen thrusters on the back for, breaking atmosphere. And those are going to be covered with a flap that are going to have ion thrusters, so they can, basically reactivate when we're in the, actually, did I say atmosphere or ion? I think I said ion. But basically they're going to activate when we get into space, which is going to let us move around up there and basically just do as ships do. Move. Alright. I do believe that is going to be home base just about done. Alright, I think just a couple more loads of steel plates and we should be fine. Alright. I do believe that'll be enough to finish off the last couple blocks. Actually, no, I think we'll need a little bit more. And, yep, I was right. Alright, and then I'll use the rest of the steel plates here. Or... I think I crafted exactly... Nope. Okay. I did not craft exactly. It's a good thing that that does not cause fall damage. I cannot English today. Alright, light iron. Or light armor block. Again, can't English today. That reminds me, I also need to check and see how to make the... where was it? Not here. Where are the parachute stuff? There we go, parachute canvas. Okay, so that's gonna take a little bit. Fireworks. Flare gun mag, medkit. So all going to be helpful to have out there in space, but let's go ahead and that is done, just as the world saves. Alright. Let me go ahead and get down here. So this, let me go ahead and close up the door and turn on the vent. We've got ourselves a home. That is really nice to have, actually. So now we can rest here as we need to, and this shouldn't depressurize us, right? Is that still green? This... still green. Alright. So this nets us a way to actually access the rest of our storage from in here. I can just close that back up. And we're golden. And I can turn the lights off. Get really dark in here. The nice glow of these. Oh, that actually looks really nice. What? And then if I wanted to, I can also turn on the screens. See that the weather is high winds. And it is currently 1938 outside. Turn back on the lights. And then because I'm not going to be in here for a while, I'm going to turn off the vent. Actually, the oxygen should stay in here for a while. So even though the vent is off. There we go. Perfectly fine. Alright. So now that we've got that going, I may go and take a quick pit stop over by the iron node. If not to take care of some dogs, then to check for, starting up the iron supply. Because we're going to need a lot of iron for next episode. Because I'm going to be trying to build that ship. Alright, how charged are you? Decently. Let's hop down here. I think I grabbed everything. No, I didn't. Okay. So let's just grab a little bit there then. I'll bring this back with me and turn on the drill. Because we're going to need a lot of iron. Because next episode I am going to be tinkering with trying to build this, I guess, fantasy ship of mine. I have no clue if it'll even work, but you know what? I will sure as hell give it a damn try. Alright. Then I can just pop into here. Recover, and close this up, and I'm safe in here. Like, even without the vent on, it's just here, which is very, very nice. But if I wanted to stay in here for long periods of time, I could turn on the vent and just... Alright. This is going to be a slightly shorter episode, just because I wanted to get the base building done, but next episode I will be tinkering with ships, and yeah, hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.